Electric vehicles are hitting the market in droves now. Kansas City is quickly becoming a hub for drivers ready to make the switch, thanks to a Tesla dealership and more than 1,000 charging stations in the metro. New at 10, KCTV5's Nathan Vickers shows us why one city is offering an incentive to ditch fossil fuels.
A library charges the mind at the Indian Creek branch in Olathe.
The plug here is a standard plug for most EVs, but the Tesla has a different type of plug.
It'll also charge your car.
Everybody ought to go to electric vehicles.
David Bennett won't go back to gas.
The performance is fantastic. Environmentally, it's much better off.
He's part of a growing number of electric car owners in Olathe, including the city itself.
It's actually pretty smooth, I'm not gonna lie.
Cody Kennedy works for the city, which recently launched a small fleet of Nissan Leafs and several new charging stations attached to solar panels, a partnership with the Metropolitan Energy Center.
It tracks the movement of the sun, so that way it can accept the maximum charge available from the sun.
And you can't beat the price.
These charging stations, along with the conventional charging stations, are free for anyone to use.
It's a trend creeping up in the rearview mirror. New electric cars, SUVs, and even trucks like Ford's new F-150 Lightning. The auto industry is starting to shift.
This is our first step into what 2040 may look like for the city of Olathe.
The city put the same chargers at Olathe Lake and the community center where Rhonda Southall and her family exercise.
Really appreciate the solar panel charging that does come in. It gives us another option to be able to charge while we're at the Olathe Community Center.
It can take a couple hours to charge a vehicle. That's why these solar stations work well in places like this, where you can get out of your car and go inside to read a book or use the computer.
There'd be a place for you to go in and hang out for a couple hours while it charged up.
Each station can power about 96,000 miles of driving a year.
I know somebody's paying for it, but at least it gives people an incentive to convert over to the electric.
For Bennett and others who have made the switch,
they ought to have more of them.
It's the next chapter in driving. In Olathe, Nathan Vickers, KCTV5 News.